Oh, hey kids, Zhragoomer here. 9/11. Us kids know it from hilarious memes like this one or this one. But did you know there were real historical events that inspired these memes we know and love today? That's right, Zoomers. This November 9th, let's look through the annals of history and dive deep into the real historical underpinnings that inspired 9/11 memes in this episode of Meme Archaeologist.
Meme Archaeologist! He's got the memes!
Records show that these memes date back before most of us can even imagine, before YouTube even existed. Now I know what you're thinking. What? How did people find out about things before YouTube? Well, these memes seem to imply, and this is corroborated with ancient archival records, most people got their news broadcast to them through a television. News? More like olds. I don't know how our ancestors managed to stay informed, getting it through such an archaic method. Us Zoomers truly have it figured out. We don't need no lamestream media. Instead, we just scroll through a bunch of vitriolic partisans screaming on YouTube and Twitter. Can you imagine getting your information any other way? Continuing to work backwards from these memes, we can infer that somehow two towers and a plane are involved in a lot of them. These images also seem to imply that this event must have happened on November 9th because of the title of these memes, 9/11. In almost every dating system around the world, the format is day, month. Of course, that's the only thing that makes sense. As a result, we know it must have happened on November 9th. I mean, any country that didn't use this very simple dating system deserves a 9/11 in my opinion, which is to say they deserve a way of categorizing 9/11. I don't actually know what a 9/11 is. I'm just a Zoomer. Whoa. Now, some of these memes claim the following. Bush did 9/11. This is supposedly about a president, but as us Zoomers know, there have only ever been two presidents, and for me, my first black president was my first president. So then, what is this Bush, and how did it do at 9/11? The records are not clear. Also, I think there was like a slogan associated with it. I don't know. I don't remember. The presence of this bush seems to correlate a lot with a picture of this man that shows up in a lot of these 9/11 memes. This man is so prevalent in 9/11 memes, it's almost as if people were propping up a conspiracy theory using this man's face, thinking they were being edgy, when in reality everybody else was doing the same thing, making it not edgy at all. Luckily, us Zoomers are beyond edgy conspiracy theory jokes that aren't actually edgy at all because everybody else is saying the exact same thing. Sorry, just gonna move that out of the way. Now, those millennials have since aged and have become boomers. God rest their souls. But at the time, they were young people like you or me, by which I mean people like you or me. And it's actually really interesting analyzing what the 9/11 memes meant to these young people as they were making them. It does seem as though there was some amount of ironic detachment in order to cope with the tragedy. But why would young people feel the need to joke about 9/11? I mean, sure, they might have been too young to really remember its cultural consequences, but maybe there's something more to it than that. Maybe this 9/11 marked something, a turning point in the cultural consciousness. Maybe it's part of what precipitated a world that led our generation to weaponize irony, drink it and drown in it until it corroded our generational soul. And maybe it's because making those deaths meaningless is a mercy compared to acknowledging the real effect that they had on us. Oh wait, no, it's actually because I'm too young to remember it and I don't understand its consequences. Bye!